Here's one of the funniest gentlemen that I've ever met. He's a good friend, and he's done something a little bit different. Recently he's made an album of The Little Prince with Richard Burton, which will be released at Christmas and on NBC. What is that? And on December the 5th, not on NBC. I see 3 letters, and it's brainwashed in there. I call it December NBC. And on December the 5th, you will appear at the Mark Hopkins Hotel at a benefit dinner there to keep San Francisco beautiful. Would you welcome a very funny gentleman, Mr. Jonathan Winters?
I like that kind of Toyland music there. Dun, 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 dun. Dance of the Sugar Plum Boys or whatever it is. That's kind of cute. I don't know what that was.
You're kind of toy like yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, all year round, I like to go to the window, and the toy windows and look at the little funny things in the window, the little toys, whatever they are.
What have you been doing lately? I haven't seen you for a while.
I've been doing literally nothing. I've been watching prices soar. And I'm now going back into my old wardrobe, wearing things with the little funny narrow lapels, cutting back, and wearing shoes that are worn. These rascals are shot, but I'm cutting back. Boy, I'm making a lot of cuts. No, I haven't.
Are you turning the thermostat down at all? Or?
Oh yeah, we turned that off.
Turn it completely off.
Turned that off. I'll tell you seriously. We had a friend of ours come out here from Ohio. She's back in Columbus, and bless your heart. She came back from Columbus, and she stayed just a couple of days. She was in some kind of speech therapy. She was over in Vegas on a convention, and oh God, no end to the clapping order. So at any rate, she came to visit us as she has in the past, and she said, "My gosh, it's cold in this house. It's just can't you turn the heat up a little?" And I said, "No. There's no chance. My wife and I are quite comfortable, Dory." And she said, "Lord, I'm freezing." I said, "Well, put on all your clothes, put on more dresses."
A little Mackinac or something.
Sure, because I said, "We're not turning it up." And she looked at us. It was that funny look to say, "Can't you afford to turn it up just a little?" And I said, "We can, but we won't."
No.
And she left rather angrily.
Mm-hmm. How about your basement? That's where you do all the
basement's even colder. Yes, I paint in my basement, and it's a nice little setup for me. It's very, very cozy. As I told you, I think I mentioned on the show before, I'm not too far from the furnace, and so I can check on that. Then what did I have happen? I had a thing happen. I was painting the other night, and some glue spilt on the floor, and I forgot momentarily. I phase out,
just a little
constantly, just phase out. And here was glue just all over, and my cat came down, and I noticed Kitty was quite still, and so I said, "Come on, Kitty, 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 come on, Tiger." That's
Tiger.
His name, Tiger. "Come on, Tiger, come on, Tiger." And Tiger's just like this, And I looked down at his little paws, and he was in quite hard in the glue. And I said, "Well, it's tough, I'm strong. I can get out of it." I said, "You just make up your mind you're going to get out of that glue." But I had to give him some help.
Yeah, must have been.
So left his paws, but. No, I'm kidding.
Kind of a memento in the basement there, certainly.
There are a lot of people there from the ASPCA saying, "Oh, that's terrible." No, I got the kitty out fine and cleaned his little paws thoroughly, gave him a thorough cleaning, and then proceeded to put on little booties on the kitty. It's a little.
Is that the only pet you have?
Little project. Yeah. Well, we have a cat and a dog now. We lost a couple of pets, but our dog. Yes, we have a small dog who's just a cur, about a 25, 35-cent dog. Very, very pleasant. It has about a 35-cent bark.
Did you pick him up at the pound or just?
No, we didn't pick him up at the pound. We found him on a porch, and just like this, walked up, picked the dog up, waved at the people in the house, and let the dog. They didn't seem to care, so drove off. But it was an older couple, and I just don't think they wanted any trouble.
Yeah. Oh man.
But no, that's about it. It just kids are doing fine. Yeah, my boy's looking for work, and I don't know what he's going to do.
Has he decided yet?
No, he's going to be 25 in February, and he goes from one unusual job to another. But he's a good boy, and I told him, I said, hang in there, and I'm not going to give you any allowance or anything like that, just to sit around, and smoke a funny cigarette and listen to Bob Dylan. So I said, you're going to have to hustle,
Start cracking.
Oh yeah, start cracking, and so he's out there, and he says, well, Dad, like yourself, I'm looking for some work.
Yeah. Well, your work is about as much as you want, don't you?
Well, yes, I really can't complain. I make a good living. I'm very happy. I really very proud of the fact that I don't have any outstanding bills. There are a couple that I think we've got to look into soon. But, overall, I feel
pretty well covered.
To my knowledge, there's nobody coming after me. But no, I really can't complain. I complain like the bulk of the country,
Sure.
about the economy and what's happening. Our taxes and one thing, that's all very normal. But I really, at our age, you're 49 now, aren't you?
Yes, that's true. Mm-hmm.
So am I. At our
As you
age,
said once on the show before, we're in that
final glide path. Yes. Think of that lady who was out here 105. That'll be interesting to see you doing the show at that age, Johnny. You and I, huh?
Sitting here.
You 105, me. Hi.
Are you still in the basement here?
Oh, don't get down there anymore. Too far to go. Oh, everything now is in one room.
I don't know. I'd want to be
enjoy it now. I'm 49.
I don't know what state the world's going to be in another 55 years, so I don't know. I really want to check up on that.
It's kind of scary. Yeah. Well, it's a day-to-day basis,
Tell you what we're doing. When we come back, we talk briefly.
Back?
Yeah, we're coming back. We thought we would just. You do a lot of improvisations on your show, and you do great characters. As you've often said, you don't tell jokes as much as you do people and situations, and do a lot of improvisation. So briefly, we're sitting in makeup tonight and says, well, maybe we'll just try some interviews. The kind of typical interviews. Right. Okay. We have so many different type of people on the show. Stars and directors and producers and so forth. Right. And we'll come back and we'll just formulate a thing, and you can play a couple of guests. Okay?
All right.
We'll take a short pause, and we'll be right back after this. And here's the pain reliever to help you get a good night's sleep, and you know how important that is. Gentle Excedrin PM.
Okay, thank you, Doc. My next guest. My next guest is named Louis Anderson. He's a comedian. He's making his first appearance on national television. And he's going to be opening tomorrow night in Las Vegas, the new Comedy Store at the Dunes Hotel, and he'll be there through Sunday night. Would you welcome, please, Louis Anderson.
Thank you. I can't stay long. I'm in between meals, so bear with me. I was just at McDonald's, and all those statistics just changed. So. I went shopping today. What's this one size fits all stuff? Being in California, being fat, and try to get into this California life. Went to the beach the other day. Every time I'd lay down, people would push me back into the water. He's dying. And the bums down at the beach, always coming up to you, those guys. Hey, buddy, could you help me out with a sandwich? Well, sure, where is it? Of course, what brought me to California was the Olympics. I was tried every event for the Olympics. Tried that pole vault. I drove that sucker right into the ground. I did a good thing, though. I straightened out those uneven parallel bars. Broad jump, killed her. Oh, sorry, I'm sweating, but if I don't, I'll explode. My favorite thing is when you go over to someone's house and you're fat, they overcompensate. Oh, come on in, Louie, and sit down here on this concrete sofa. Or the reinforced steel lawn furniture. Do what I do, head right for that wicker. Oh, boy. People say, Louie, why do you do those fat jokes? Because if I didn't, you guys would sit out there and go, do you think he knows he's that big? Like I woke up one morning, oh, no. Honey, get in here. I am from Minnesota. Any Minnesotans? Could I get a ride home with you? Oh, where would we put them? I love Minnesota. We go back every year. It's a great outdoor state. Do a lot of camping. Of course, when I go camping, the bears put their food up in the trees. I had that very strict Midwestern upbringing, a very strict father, the kind of guy who hates everybody. You know, my dad, we'd be in the family car driving down the street. He'd spot somebody walking down the street that was a little different. Oh, he'd slow that car down. Look at that. For crying out loud. Get my rifle. Or he would say things that made no sense to you when you were a kid. He'd be driving, the traffic would get rough. You know, if I was the last person on Earth, some moron would turn left in front of me. And when he'd say that, too, if I was the last person, you'd always turn to your brother and go, wish he was, don't you? My dad, I heard that, damn it. You kids want to walk home from here? Well, yeah, it's only a block. Don't get smart with me, or I'll drive you 10 damn miles and drop you off. That's how far I had to walk to school every damn day. And my brother would chime in, and you didn't have any shoes either, did you, Dad? I don't want you to get the wrong impression of my father. He never hit us. Carried a gun. Well, he never shot it. He just go. Very effective, also. I loved hassling my parents. I had a younger brother, of course. That's the easiest way. Because you don't have to hit them or anything. You just get up in the morning, you go down to breakfast. You look across the table. You do this. You do that, you'll hear this every time. Mom, Louie's looking at me again. And you love that because you go, oh, is it against the law to look at people? Look at Mom, does this bother you? You keep it up, all of a sudden you hear, is he home today?
There's a funny young kid. Louie, come out here and take another bow. Louie Anderson, we'll be right back.
Now, we were talking about his sense of humor.
This man has an odd sense of humor, really off the wall. I'm going to give you a quick story to show you what he did to me one night. We had dinner about a year ago, I guess, at a restaurant out in Malibu called the Beau Rivage. Very nice. As we left that night, I was backing out of the parking lot, and the cat hangs around out there. It's like it's a pet of the restaurant or the owner's cat, and I hear this kind of squeal, and we drove home. This man calls me the next day and says, you know, the owner called me, and you backed over his cat and killed him. I said, oh, my God. I said, I didn't know well, of course, I hadn't. I did, but I didn't know that. So a month passes, and we decide to go back to this restaurant, and I said, I don't know whether I really want to go there, Mike, or maybe they'll be mad at me. He says, no, let's go. So in my sense of humor, I called the owner, and I says, would it be possible tonight at dinner to get a big tray with one of those big covers on it? And I brought this little toy flattened cat to put in there and think. I said, boy, won't this be funny after dinner? Waiter comes with a menu. Here's the menu. And if you look at it and see the printing, I'm not a calligrapher, but I guess it's something like Old English script, right? So I'm reading the menu, and he's sitting across looking at me, and I look, let's see, I have escargot positano, and I see tureen of tabby. That's it. I want you to look at this right here. Tureen. In scallions, tomatoes, cucumber, in 30-weight motor oil. Now I go to and I go right by it. I said, oh, this restaurant gets too fancy, you know. And I go to the next page and I see this one. Pussy Mousse a la Mercedes. Prepared right on the property. And then I get down to this one here, and by that time I'm getting pretty hip, folks. I'm no dummy. And it says, pressed pussy Provençal, served outside in the dark. That was... And, of course, my business with a tureen went right in the dumper because you one-up me. And your guy up with the show did all this calligraphy.
Yeah, did a wonderful job.
Beautiful.
George did it. He's great. Hey, you know, I just want to say one thing, and that is, for any of those families out there who have a relative who has cancer, they know how tough the fight is, and how important the mental attitude is, and how you pull together and you keep a very, very up attitude. It's I'm going to beat it kind of thing, because mentally is more than 50% of your medicine. It's more than 50%. The only reason I'm saying that is that it seems so totally insensitive to me, especially since, how do they know what my little kids have been told in my own home, that a tabloid would write 4 weeks left, or it's over. Can you imagine that?
Well, the tabloids have never been
can you imagine
known for their decency or sensitivity.
I mean, it's unbelievable that people can be that way. That's a cancer.
You know,
that's the cancer in our society.
Fortunately, I think most people out there... I think most people watching with a scintilla of intelligence realize that most of those things, like the Inquirer and the Star and some of the others, are garbage. And the words truth and sensitivity should be. You said our piece. Yeah.
Enough of that.
Okay, you've got a show, a pilot that's going on, you made for this fall.
That's right.
Called Us?
Called Us. Made it for CBS. I Don't Get Better. It's their second mistake since buying baseball. Darn, it was a hell of a good pilot. I think I might have busted the odds and had another hit.
You know, I was a little worried about this interview tonight. You've made me feel much better with your attitude. I mean it. Okay, so
anyway, I'll give you a brief thing before you see the clip, because it's a nice scene between Barney Martin plays my father. I was a guy who went to jail for 18 years for something I didn't do. My wife was pregnant at the time. I had life in prison without possibility of parole. I told her to tell the child when he was growing up that I had died and to live your life. I mean, I wasn't going to get out. I want the kid come visiting me. So this is a scene where she's called me on the phone because she's having trouble with the boy. He's now 18 years old. My father dislikes her. He wants me to just be with him. He doesn't think I ever should have married her. And I've just gotten off the phone talking to my wife.
You ready to eat?
Yeah. I'll just wash up.
What's she calling here for?
What?
What's she calling here for? It's over. It's been over. You gotta get on with your life.
What are you talking about? She's having a problem with our boy.
He's not your kid.
What do you mean he's not my kid? She had to tell him the truth now. He knows he's got a father. He's my kid.
She raised him. If he's got a problem, it's her fault. Look, you're just getting started again, Jeff. What do you need her problems
Look, just
for?
drop it, Dad. I don't want to talk to you about it.
Oh, sure. Don't listen to your father. What the hell does he know? If you'd listened to me in the first place, you wouldn't have screwed up your life.
All right, that's it. I'm out of here.
Oh, sure. Run away. Just like when you were a kid.
I didn't run away when I was a kid, Dad. You drove me away. There's a difference, you know?
I drove you away? I tried to give you good advice. Is that driving you away? You could have gone to college, Jeff. You had the grades. But no, not you. You get a girl pregnant, you gotta marry her.
I married Ellen because I loved her. I'd have married her if she couldn't have a kid. What the hell am I doing this for? We had the same stupid argument 19 years ago. 19 years and nothing changes with you.
Oh, and with you, something changes, huh? She's gonna dump that kid on your problems and all. You'll see.
Dumping the kid on me, huh? You know what books I used to read when I was in prison, Dad? Books about raising kids. And from year one, about how you hold them and look at them and how quick they get to know you. And the terrible twos and the potty training and the first days in school. About their joys and their fears. Then I used to lie in my bunk at night and try to get myself to dream I was doing those things with my kid. Teaching him to swim and how to throw a ball. And you know what, Dad? In my dreams, my kid loved me. Just the same as I love him and his mom.
Well, that's a good scene. That's a good scene. Good stuff. You have to take a break? You're taking a break. Coming right back. Stay where you are. That's a good, powerful scene.
Okay. My next guest is a very talented actor who you remember from the Rocky pictures as Apollo Creed. He's starring in a new movie called Action Jackson. I can't even say Action Jackson. I have to say Action Jackson, like this in the air. Please welcome Carl Weathers. Good to see you.
Wow! Hey! Ho! My goodness! Good to see you.
Nice to see you. You're one of my favorites. I always enjoy your work. You
Works
have
two
a-
ways. I can't believe how you keep going and going and going.
That's my
from one
Action Jackson
Is that-
schedule. Yeah.
You Action Jackson, I'm all
Action
right.
Jackson. You have to say it like
You're
that.
great,
You gotta-
man. You
Well,
are
thank
great.
you, thank you. Now you're doing some comedy on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah, yes. I did this show, which was absolutely and totally bizarre, and I began to appreciate more and more and more how people who do comedy work.
Well, see, I didn't even know
Really
you could
work.
sing.
A lot of people didn't. I'm still trying to find out if, in fact, I can sing. I got, you do a monologue on that show, and the whole idea is you want to come out and you want to really enjoy the show. So I came up with this idea, this song I remember from way back when, and then I went traveling all around the country after I did the show, and everywhere I went, people were saying, well, that song you did, where'd that song come from? You got to do this song. And I wound up doing this song, like, everywhere.
Oh,
Suddenly,
that's great.
this song has become like, I don't know, America's song. It's bizarre, but it's like
And you
being a
did some
kid.
impressions, too.
Yeah,
Did a Jesse Jackson impression?
Yeah, I did on the show. I love it. He laughs at me. I did Jesse Jackson. Well, it worked. I don't know. It just worked.
Yeah, but you see, if people don't laugh, you're much bigger. You can down there and just
I
slap
love
the
this.
audience around. People go, oh, we better laugh.
I have so much to live down. I mean, the last thing in the world I want to do is go out there and, I'm trying to entertain them.
No, that's good. Who else do you do?
Oh, well, I mean, I do the guys that I love. It's easier to do somebody who's identifiable and somebody that loves
Right.
you. And people will say right away, well, who do you do? And I say, well, there's a good friend of mine, you know. He's from Austria. And I say, Austria, my friend Arnold.
Oh, that's
Arnold
a good
and I,
one.
you know, we walk around together all the time, Arnold and I, you know. Yeah.
That's a good Arnold.
But Arnold, and then there's my other friend, you know, 'cause like we do these movies together, you know, and yeah, because you know, I want to talk about this friend
Like
of mine.
Stallone with a severe cold, apparently.
What? This is what happens when you come out here, though. My voice is up like 8 octaves from where it normally is. You
Well,
know
let me
what I
ask you now. When you do a movie, I saw you. What was that movie? Predator. I saw you with. You had.
Yeah, that was the one.
You had Arnold, and you had Jesse the Body Ventura.
Jesse the
Now,
Body
you guys,
Ventura.
You guys, do you want? Is there a lot of macho kind of?
Well, it starts out really with just guys who know you got a lot of work to do. But
Right.
if you get in with these guys, and first of all, I mean, I'm really not as physical in some ways as a lot of people would think. But when you're with these guys, you can't help but do any other thing. So we go and we're doing this show and doing Predator, and we're down the jungles of Mexico, and what is there? Arnold carries around about 80,000 pounds of weights with him, right?
Right.
And he just takes over a portion of the hotel and sits the weights there. So I'm down there, and I'm with, like, Mr. Universe, Mr. Galaxy, Mr. Everything, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I go, this guy's got the biggest arms in the world now. I got to kind of beef up here. I got to pump up a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, you're a wimp.
So,
Good thing I wasn't there. I would have killed myself.
That's right. So Arnold's got the gym, and he's going down at like 4:30 to work out every day before we go shoot. And I figure if I can
4:30
sneak
in the morning?
in the morning, because we're up at 6 o'clock to go out and work
Right.
out, right? So I decide I'm going to get up a little earlier. I go in at 4. Well, I find out later that Arnold starts going in at 3:30. I'm going, this is insane. This can't go on. So I figure, okay, I won't get up earlier, but I'll go down go downstairs after we come back in the evening. I'll go run the hill, which is 3.5 miles down and 3.5 miles back up. One day I'm running up the hill, and here comes Arnold, driving by because he comes in later than me. The next day, Arnold is out running the hill.
Oh yeah.
So here we are, these two guys are supposed to be actors, right? And it's this competition. Finally, it's like, come on, truce, Arnold.
What you should
No more.
do is go out, stand by the hill, wait for him to drive by, and then go back to bed. See you later.
But you're smart. That's why you have this job.
Now, do you do a lot of your own stunts in these movies? Obviously, you're in pretty good shape, so do you?
I don't know what else to do. I mean, you know, that's once you do these movies and fans love what you do,
Right.
it's like you have to go more and more and more and do more and more and more. So I find myself doing as much as I can. But there's so many great stuntmen around that, you know, when it gets really hairy
Well,
and
I
scary.
mean, are you one of these guys? Because even I mean, I did a film and they weren't really stunts, but someone will say, Jay, walk through the door. Oh, we have a stunt guy to do that for you. And you feel like, I mean,
No, I know.
Do you feel silly not doing your own stunt?
Well, it depends on the stunt. I mean, I've done things that have been incredibly difficult and gotten through it. And I've seen other guys, stuntmen, do
Right.
things that were not difficult at all. I saw a guy once, I was asked once to do a stunt which was simple. Just run up and jump on a fire escape and climb up the side of this fire escape because it's hanging from a building.
Right.
Something told me, no, this is not right. Something
Yeah.
about this is not right. Stuntman goes and does it. The thing falls off the side of the building. You know? So I go and do these things on top of a car with all these explosions. I come out unscathed.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the easiest things can appear to be very dangerous.
How about
And
love scenes? You bring in a stunt guy for that?
Only when she has a runny nose. You know?
Right.
That's terrible, I know. That's terrible.
Okay, and we'll be right back after this message.
Okay. Joan Embry has another visitor here. Joan? Now that I would not keep as a pet.
Well, you know, you hear everybody go, oh, and you can just see how wonderful they look when they're babies. And she's 5 months old.
Is this a mountain lion?
It's a mountain lion, puma, cougar, or catamount. All
That's
named.
all the same family
they've
or
got-
all the same animal? You can
Right.
call it a puma, you can call it a mountain lion,
But
cougar.
it's all the same, different names for the same cat. Native through Canada to Mexico and some left in Florida. There are not very
Oh,
many of
look
them
at
left,
that.
although they do breed in captivity. And the problem is that people see them and think they want one, and they're going to grow up. She'll be over 100 pounds as a mature female. The males get up to 200 pounds. And they've been in the news quite a bit lately because a young 5-year-old girl...
She doesn't mind this, does she?
No, she's pretty good yet. But she's also had daily training from the time she was a very young animal, and with professional trainers. And she needs to be handled appropriately now so that she doesn't get rough. Because what starts out as play gets to be very rough.
She's staring over here, right?
Well, you have a remote control, right?
Yeah,
on
somebody
your
told me
table.
about this. We're going to show you what happens because they still, even though they haven't been trained to do this, right?
She was bottle raised, hand raised by people. She's never hunted. She's never lived in the wild. And I want you to see that the behavior is instinctive to hunt. And if you bring out
They
her
gave me this remote control device, and
mechanical rabbit,
if they'll set it out there. Now, if I move this,
chirpa, chirpa.
this one's a killer. Okay. Ready? Yeah. A born hunter. This thing would starve in the wild, Joan. What do you... I thought this animal was going to attack this,
That's one of the problems, though, is sometimes they do, and people think they can... Look at that, chirpa.
I had to drive the prey right under her legs for her. Well, she hasn't done this before. What do you expect, folks?
That they are unpredictable. You never know what they're going to do.
She's trying to mate with it. She's not...
No?
Oh. Yeah, now. Yeah. Congratulations, your first kill.
Now, okay. One of the problems with them is that basically the instinct...
They're also not used to seeing an animal on wheels either, I suppose. Most of your jungle prey they eat do not have little wheels.
In a studio with an audience. But if you think that you raise this animal, and the answer is when you can't handle her anymore, and she gets rough and takes a hold of you, those claws...
Look at the claws. I don't know if you can see what I see from here. On the right paw.
A full set, and they can reach out and just rip you open just with their claws if they want to. And she'll also get where she rakes with her back feet. You know, if you think the answer is just to turn it out into the wild, well, that really isn't the case, because they don't always adapt back to a wild environment. Some people remove the claws to make them safe, and then they can never be a cougar. They can never be introduced with other cougars.
It's a beautiful animal. Okay, we're going to take another break. We're going to come back. Then we have a rather large snake.
Found in the backyard of San Fernando Valley.
Your what?
It was loose. We'll show you what happens when they get loose.
Okay. We'll be right back.
We are back. And if you just join us, we have the irrepressible Mr. Buddy Hackett with us tonight, Charlie Callis, Dr. Keith Sennert. Is that right? Excuse me.
Sennert.
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 Sennert. The doctor is with us. And we'll see us presently. And Roz Clark and this lady, whom I really adore. She was a superstar, I think, before that word was used out here in Hollywood, and she's really kind of been away from the screen for about 8 years. But if you've seen any of her pictures, she's an incredible actress. Here's some: Roman Holiday, Sabrina Fair, Funny Face, Love in the Afternoon, Breakfast at Tiffany's, The Nun Story, My Fair Lady, and we could sit here and read a long list. And this is the first time she's been on the show. And would you believe I'm a little nervous?
Yes.
Really? What?
Not to put you down at all. I mean, I would believe that because I would feel the same way. She's kind of very, very special.
She's a special lady.
She's delicate.
Not you. Yes, that's the word I was going to use.
Delicate.
Delicate. Would you welcome, please, Miss Audrey Hepburn. How are you?
All right.
You look super last night.
Yeah.
You really did. I must tell you, my wife Joanna, whom you met briefly the other night
You have
at
a
Swiftly
beautiful
Lazard.
wife.
Thank you. She is beautiful, isn't she?
Lovely.
She is an unabashed fan of yours. Absolutely. She wanted me to tell you that.
Thank you.
Privately. Now I've done it publicly. It will probably embarrass her. But you gave that show last night a lovely, lovely quality about it. And you don't appear too much in public anymore, do you? I mean, you've been away from the screen for what, really, about 8 years?
8 years.
And now you've done Robin and Marion with Sean Connery.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you miss it at all? I mean...
Well, I had so many other things to do, which I liked so much, I didn't really miss it, no.
Yeah. I would guess
it was
you're
fun,
rather...
though.
I would guess you're a rather private person, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And can stay away from...
That's why I'm sitting here with everyone.
Well, we're delighted you're here. I have not seen Robin and Marion yet, but from the people I've talked with who have seen, they...
You can see it tomorrow.
Really? Is it official opening tomorrow?
Tomorrow, everywhere.
All over the country?
All over the country.
Yeah. This is back in Robin and Marion. You're talking about Robin Hood and Maid Marian, right?
That's right.
What?
Do you always do the gesture when you say his name? The little bow and arrow gesture? I think that's nice. Robin Hood. I think that's good.
I was just saying that for a moment, as I told you, I was a little nervous having on here today, and I was trying to think of Robin
Call him
Hood.
Robin
I'm
Bow
much
and
more
Arrow.
nervous than you.
No, and I couldn't think
You're
of...
used to this, I'm not.
I'm not
Imagine
used to
how
having
I
you here,
feel.
though. How do you feel, really?
Huh? Well, your hands are cold, so am I. Mine are a bit clammy, though.
No, they're not clammy.
No? Okay.
And even if they are, who cares? I met your husband. You're married to a psychiatrist, right?
You think we should hold hands while you talk about my husband?
No, I wondered if is a psychiatrist able to... he may find some deep meaning there that I'm not aware of. They say that it's like being married to a doctor. They say that they find it difficult to handle their own problems sometimes, but having a psychiatrist as a husband, does that mean that if you ever have little spats and frictions, as we've all had in our marriage... I had a live-in psychiatrist who had had an army cot in the garage during my marriages, and we called him at any hour of the day or night. But you know what I'm saying? When you have a little... Does he come on kind of strong and saying, because I'm a psychiatrist, therefore I know what is happening here, and you should listen to me?
But surely you know that doctors never take care of their own families, and least of all of themselves.
Yeah.
You know, they're great with their patients, but they don't want to take care of their families.
Yeah. Well, do they try? I mean,
No.
would they have any more insight? They get too close to it, right?
No, I don't think, I don't think there's any difference in if you were not a psychiatrist.
Yeah. That's interesting.
We're two people, and...
Now, we talked about this, and I don't know whether you want to talk about it tonight, but it was in the newspapers. Your husband underwent a near kidnapping some time ago. True?
Right.
That made the papers, and it was kind of frightening. We talked about it briefly the other night at the party.
He's all right now, and he's here with me, and he's perfectly well, but it was a terrible shock, yes.
Yeah. That's something that seems to be happening, I don't know, more in other countries than it is in this country. I mean, those kind of kidnappings for ransom for some reason.
I don't know what the reason is, but I suppose it's...
And he got clobbered, did he not? Over the...
Yeah. They fortunately did not knock him out.
Right.
He was able to save himself, but...
Yeah. Somebody described you once, I think you described yourself as the unbitterest person in the world.
I did.
Yeah.
I have nothing to be bitter about, I guess.
Really? Don't you ever get mad at people? Or...
Oh, that's different, but that's not bitterness. I mean,
Yeah.
you get mad.
What do you call being bitter? I mean...
Bitter? Something rather different. It's being terribly sort of cynical and unhappy about something, which is different than to being angry, perhaps. So.
I find well, this is probably a cliche again, a lot of cynical people in this town. Do you?
Not particularly, not more than anywhere else.
You're right. See, I go either way. If they say, I say, you're right, I've noticed that. I want to make this easy. I have no argument at all. Now, you've been described as winsome and ladylike, and you've played delicate, as Ed said, you're delicate type of roles.
Didn't you see me try to knock out Sean Connery in the movie?
No, I haven't seen that. Now,
Nothing delicate about that, I sure.
Did you play a kind of a Hellcat in this picture?
I nearly knocked him out. He knocks me out, of course, because he's bigger than I am.
Yeah.
But I did try.
Well, you know what I'm saying now. I mean, did you ever want to play a... You were never built up as a sex symbol like some of the ladies in Hollywood have.
Just my luck.
No, you know what I'm saying?
They couldn't.
No, what do you mean they couldn't?
Don't have the figure.
Oh, no, I don't know. I think that's wrong. I mean, not that you don't... No, don't do it. Let me put this in there. Sex... I know where I'm going. You don't really think that somebody to be sexy has to do with just the outer appearance. Seriously, do you?
I wouldn't know about that. I mean, that's up to the others to decide.
Well, what do you think, Ed?
About you, John?
No, not about me. What I'm trying to say is I think sex is an inner quality.
Yes.
A woman can have a lot of sensuality.
Let me tell you, as far as I can see right here, she's a very sexy lady.
And that's what I'm talking about. You see? We got two of us right here tonight.
Yeah.
Let me do this. We're going to come right back. We have a new sponsor tonight. No, it's not a new sponsor. Yes, a new sponsor. I thought it was an old sponsor coming back. We have some of those sometimes. See, you get me all upset and excited here tonight, and I can't do anything. Midland CB Radio. And I'll watch this from C.W. McCall. CB Radio's from C.W. We are back. Thank you, Doc. We're talking with Aubrey Hepburn. We're both settled down now, right? You said now this wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be.
I had some of your coffee.
Had some of my coffee? It's just coffee. People think for some strange reason that we put alcoholic beverages in here to stimulate us during the show. I do not do that myself. There are
Would you mind?
I won't tell.
You drink this and tell them all what it is.
Well, maybe she doesn't want
You would
to drink out of
believe
here.
this lady.
It's all right. It's terrible. It's tea.
That's right, iced tea. That's all it is. See, now all the terrible things
No
you've
sugar in
implied.
it.
Okay, you want to strike the prop? Now bring out the real stuff. Impressed Audrey at all? It was a fun doing Robin and Marion. Somebody told me that unlike a lot of pictures where they take a good number of months, it was done on a rather fast pace.
7 weeks.
7 weeks?
Yep, that's fast.
Yeah, that's almost abnormally fast.
But I think movies are being made much faster
Yeah.
now. You know, I think they have faster film and lighter cameras and
Right.
fewer complications than there were once.
Yeah, and where they used to make
At least
everything...
in my day, it used to take longer.
Not even my day. No, but everything was done practically in those days in the studio. They'd create sets. Now funny things are done on location.
Oh, this was all done.
Yeah, so you can move right out and you've got the scene and everything right there.
All in the most beautiful forests
Yeah, where'd you do it?
in Spain, in the north of Spain.
That must be gorgeous. Here's a beautiful country.
Lovely medieval castles that are still there,
Yeah.
which we really photographed. So
We have a film clip, a short excerpt from Robin and Marion. Bobby, why don't you roll that? Watch the monitors here in the studio. We'll give you a short preview. You just jump off of that screen. That's a lovely scene. It's nice to see an old-fashioned love story. Reminds me of my days in Nebraska when we used to go out in the wheat fields.
But you know,
Not quite as romantic as that, unfortunately, but nevertheless, we went into the wheat fields.
that part of the country looks like Nebraska, where you saw the wheat fields.
Yeah?
The miles and miles of wheat.
It's
Nothing
comfy
else.
out there.
Story.
Real comfy. Cornfields are bad. Wheat fields are nice. Somebody told me you also took a tumble making this picture off the horse.
No, I think yes and no. It wasn't off the horse. We were in a covered wagon that turned over in the water. And I don't know if you've ever been in a covered wagon that's toppled over in the water, but it's very hard to get out of.
I would guess
And
so.
the water was not very deep, and it seemed awful silly to drown about a yard of water. But that's what nearly happened.
I thought now most people would think that they would have stunt people or stunt gals who would come in. I guess this wasn't
because
considered that dangerous.
It
and
did
just...
not seem, it was not meant to topple over, to turn over, but the level of the ground was uneven, And what was very dangerous is we had a very large horse that panicked and was rearing back on top of us in the water.
You see, now what we've talked about horses?
Right.
So
He was trying to get out of the water.
We have a continuing argument going. I always say that horses are not the brightest animals in the world, and they will panic in a situation like that.
but they're right to panic. It's not stupid.
See?
A pig would not do that. We have a continuing thing about the horse and the pig. Pigs would not do that. Panic, you say.
Pig wouldn't be there anyway.
Well, you'd look silly going across two pigs pulling a cub.
Come on, pig.
That's right. Move my pig. That's bad. That's silly, of course. But nobody was injured at all, or was the horse injured?
No, we were bumped about a bit, and the horse wasn't injured, no.
Yeah.
But we were okay. We stopped shooting that day.
Yeah. Now, you won an Oscar for Roman Holiday, right? I've heard now a lot of people keep Oscars in strange places. Somebody mentioned the other night they use them as doorstops. True, because they're very heavy. What do you have? Do you have yours in any particular place?
I have it on a shelf in our playroom, and I see it every day. I'm very proud of it.
It should be. It was a super movie. Are you going to... Are you going to be more active in pictures now?
I don't know, because I'm very active, as we've been talking about before, with my life at home.
Right.
So it depends if, there's not so much the time, but the place, because
Right.
pictures today, as you said before, are made all over the world, and it does involve leaving home,
Right.
which I don't feel like doing.
So if you find something that you like to
If
do,
it's
you
in
might.
some way possible, perhaps near home, then
Just might
perhaps,
consider that.
I can.
Hey, I thank you for coming tonight. I know you don't do many of these shows, and it's a delight to have you here. And you're going to be here for about another week or so, you said, around the country? I thank you for being here. I hope you had fun.
Thank you.
It was a great kick for us.
Goodbye.
Thanks, Audrey. It's real style, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Real style. Lovely lady.
Classy lady.
She was terribly nervous tonight, but so was I. I think for her.
Yeah.
Did I show it at all?
No, you're fine. I like particularly the part when you couldn't remember Robin Hood's last name. I thought that was good. Robin, I think that's good. It's Robin Hood. I think that's good.
Didn't you ever do that when you
Yes.
can't think of something?
Yeah.
You visualize
Yeah.
it and you Robin Hood, the guy with
Try
the-
this, Mohammed. That's
Okay, we're gonna be back with our guests and some more show. Who do we have as guests, you ask? Well, we have Buddy Hackett, we have
He'll be here.
Charlie Callis, and we have Dr. Keith Sainert.
Say nerd.
Sainert.
Say nerd.
Now, why do you say the accent is on the last syllable?
He likes it that way.
Say nerd.
It's like say nurse, only say nerd.
Well, that's what Freddie is saying. That's what you were saying.
What?
Why don't we find out what the doctor says when he joins us? It's Sainert.
Say nerd.
Why do you keep saying Sainert?
Because sometimes it's say nerd.
No, it's not. Not to the doctor.
According to his book, it is. He's not a doctor all the time.
What does that got to do with it?
It says on the book. Look at the book. What does it say?
By Keith Sainert.
Nobody mean over here.
Nerd.
What?
Sometimes.
I think it's time for a station break. Well, I'm going to ask the doctor when he comes out, because that man should know, because he's a doctor. What do you two guys know? What are we going to do? Commercial first?
Commercial.
Right. Okay, and then we'll be right back here with Buddy Hackett, Charlie Claus, and Dr. Keith Sainert. All right, now, folks. We read about my first guest tonight in a local Kansas newspaper, and she sounded like a more than remarkable woman. She's 105 years old. We thought you might like to meet her. She's from Ellsworth, Kansas. Would you welcome, please, Mildred Holt. Mildred? How are you, dear?
Fine. fine. I remember when you were in New York.
You do?
Yeah.
You watched
Me
the show?
too.
Yeah, we started the show in New
Yeah,
York.
you sure did.
Yeah.
I remember both of you.
You remember-
I watched you every time you put the show on.
Yeah, you can remember all the way back to 1962,
You
huh?
bet.
Now tell me, so are you really? You don't look. Oh, come on, I don't know what somebody 105 is supposed to look like.
You look better than I saw you then.
Yeah. You must have been out nightclubbing someplace in New York at that time. Now, are you really 105? 105 years old? When were you born?
1882. How many have you had that are over 105?
You're the oldest person I have ever met and ever had on this
That's
show.
the way it is at home. I'm always the oldest one they ever met.
Somebody told me you wanted to ask me some questions. Is there?
Well, I hear you've had, what, 3, 4 wives.
Well,
That's great.
Really?
Good for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mildred. I appreciate that because I don't know. I guess maybe I've just been unlucky in marriage or something.
I know.
And I just keep trying.
I know when you were in New York. I know when he was in New York.
Right.
I know when you left New York.
Yeah.
So my mind's still working a little bit.
Oh, yeah, your mind is working fine. Yeah. Do you have any brothers? Were you born in Kansas?
Brothers?
No, you have brothers and sisters?
They were 6 girls and 3 boys.
Yeah.
I was the youngest girl.
You were?
They've all died years ago.
Yeah.
I outlive them all.
You
I'm
sure?
too mean to die.
Well, you're too mean to die. Well, you come from a big... I'm from Nebraska, you know.
I know when you were in Nebraska.
And you remember when I was in New York, too.
I remember the show you put on Nebraska.
Oh, yeah, I had a show there, a local show in
Yeah.
Omaha and Lincoln. Now,
And Nebraska's right next to Kansas.
yeah, we're...
You can't say anything about Kansas tonight.
No, Kansas, good state. Good state.
I met a man at the hotel, and he said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Kansas." He said, "Oh, my goodness." That made me mad.
Well, he's some... Definitely not a nice person to say that.
I thought that was awful.
Yeah.
He forgets that Kansas produces more wheat than any state in the Union.
Absolutely. That's right.
That's where your bread comes from.
Yes, the breadbasket of the country is in Kansas. Did you know that most people...
Of course, the trouble is they can't get any money for the wheat.
She likes people closer to her in old age. She's talking to you. Well, Nebraska produces a lot of corn.
Oh, I know they do.
A lot of corn.
And they just had a 7-inch rain
Really?
yesterday.
Did they need it? Yeah, pretty dry?
I don't think they needed it.
Yeah.
We don't need it either. When we left Wichita, all the streets were flooded.
Yeah. Well, that's enough rain then for a while, right? What's the first thing you remember as a child? How far back do you really remember?
Well, I remember our first automobile was 1914. And the first plane, I don't remember when the first plane came out. Must have been
Early 1900s, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Did you ever fly in an airplane?
Yes,
you flew
all
out
the
here.
time. Every time I get a chance.
Yeah.
I fly to Birmingham, Alabama, where my daughter lives, and 8 grandchildren.
Now, how old's your daughter now?
That one is 46.
46.
My youngest one. I have a son that's 80, and
How is Sonny anyway? Is he doing all right?
well, he took me to the airport and put me on.
Okay, I tell you what, we're going to take a pause here. You know, we have to stop occasionally for a commercial. You know we do. Then we're going to come back and we'll talk some more, huh? Okay, you're fun. All right, we'll be right back. Stay where you are. Okay, we're back now. If you just joined us, we're talking with, may I call you Mildred?
Yeah,
Mildred
sure,
Hall from
I like that.
Ellsworth, Kansas, 105 years old. And we asked Mildred if she would like a little drink or a little water or something, and you said you'd like a highball. Now, that's Midwestern expression,
That's
for
right.
sure. That's a Midwestern expression.
That's right.
Do you have a little taste of,
I wish you would.
can I see what you drink?
Sure. I'd like to have you drink most of it.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
You don't get it at home in Kansas.
You don't get it? Is Kansas still
Not
dry?
very often.
Oh.
They have wine and beer, and I don't like either one.
Yeah.
And I don't have this very often, just for a dinner party.
So when you get out of states, it's
You
walk off.
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You be staying here long, will you, Mildred?
Act up when I get out.
She knows a drinker when she sees one, too. Well, that's good. I think a little alcohol is good for the blood.
I know it is.
It's a blood thinner. And they say a certain amount is good. So,
Gives you a little pep.
you betcha.
You bet.
What's an average day for you like? What time do you get up in the morning?
I get up at 8.
8 o'clock.
I eat my breakfast. I dress and then go eat my breakfast. Then I go shopping.
Yeah. You
And
eat your
I
breakfast
get-
before you dress?
No, I come down all dressed
Oh, okay.
every morning and eat my breakfast. Grapefruit, coffee, toast, sometimes eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I make out my list and go shopping and buy what I need, meat and potatoes and fruit and
Booze.
so on and so forth.
You don't drive a car, do you?
No, I had to quit 2 years ago and that broke
They made you quit driving when you were 103?
Yeah.
Why
you
did
know why?
No.
One car died on me. It just it was worn out, and
Yeah.
I bought a Chevy with steering brakes and all that. I wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
I had my son-in-law in with me. We started out. Here was a stop sign.
Yeah.
Here was my car, and one back of me. I threw the brake on, threw him up against the windshield. He said, "You're going to kill somebody or
Yeah.
yourself."
Yeah, well, you had those new power brakes.
Yeah,
You
power brakes. I took the car home, put a sign up for sale.
Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah. Your son, your passengers wouldn't be here today for sure. Somebody said you like to play cards.
I love to
What do you play,
play
bridge,
cards,
poker,
and
or
I
what?
always play to win.
You do. What do you play? Bridge, poker?
I play bridge, pitch, and some penny ante.
Yeah.
But mostly bridge. I belong to a duplicate club, and they're all listening tonight.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Well, good for them. Good for them.
I think I'm shocking you.
Do you watch television at all?
All the time.
Yeah.
I watch 60 Minutes.
That's good.
As the world turns, but I get provoked with them.
You get
Too
provoked?
Much kissing.
Too much
and-
kissing. Do you think there's too much sexual type of things
I
on
do.
television?
Yeah. I'm too old to like that.
Well, what do you think about nudity in movies? They have motion pictures
I
now.
don't like it.
You don't care for it?
No.
Yeah. You wouldn't go to see a picture where...
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well,
What's... What do you... Now, are you familiar with Jim and Tammy Baker?
oh, I don't like him at all. They ought to string him up.
You ought to string him up, huh? Well, that's might be a little going overboard, but don't... How about the president? President Reagan?
I like President Reagan. But since he's had so many nose operations, he's not quite as good as he was.
Oh, you think because of too much surgery on his nose?
I think his first 4 years were great. Of course, I am a Republican.
Oh, you are, huh? Who was the first candidate you ever voted for? Do you remember?
Theodore let's see, the first one is Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt.
And he was a marvelous
He
person.
was a good president.
He
huh?
went to Spain and won the war in a month.
That's right. Yeah, well,
I had a boyfriend, 16, 18, that was going to go, and I thought, oh my, how terrible. But it was all over in a month.
yeah. Was that the fellow you married?
No, I married William Holt from West Virginia, and he's a spinning age of President Wilson, but much better looking.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, your husband's
Really, the two of them look just alike.
Yeah. Your husband's not still living, is he?
No, he died 22 years ago.
Yeah.
And I've battled my life ever since.
Did you ever think of remarrying?
No.
Well, you thought it was all right
Never
for...
had a chance.
Never had a chance. Well, you thought it was all right for me to get remarried?
Oh, it is, because you're young.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Well, you're a remarkable old person. If there's
You
any...
never had anyone so old.
No. Yeah, I guess you're right there, Mildred. When's the last time you were in California? Have you been to California before?
Oh, yes. My sister lived in Long Beach.
Uh-huh.
That was, 25 years ago, and I'd come out, and then I visited in Fresno.
Mm-hmm.
I had Rockefeller, the rich Rockefeller daughter, or granddaughter, or cousin, or something. I'd come visit her.
Yeah.
Because they used to live in Kansas.
I see.
They owned a ranch there.
I see.
Then I visited San Francisco once, a PEO convention.
Yeah.
Maybe you have PEOs here tonight.
Is that the Elks you're talking?
That's a great organization that put girls through college.
Oh, I wasn't familiar with that. Well, you're a remarkable lady, and it's nice to have you out here with us.
Thank you. And
Are you going to watch our show occasionally from time to time?
am. And I watched it until I decided I better go to bed at 10 o'clock.
Oh.
Get my rest.
Get your rest. Well, it's nice having you out here, Mildred. Are you going to stay a few days in California?
Going to Kansas tomorrow.
Going to Kansas tomorrow. Well, you take this with you. But thank you for being with us. You're a lovely lady. You stay right there. We'll be back in a moment.